Right. So today we're going to be doing something a little different.
Good.
We're going to apply our Enneagram knowledge to the galaxy far, far away.
Star Wars.
Exactly.
Really?
So we're going to be looking at Han Solo.
All right.
And we think
Yes.
he is a self-preservation 7.
The self-preservation 7.
Yes.
Sometimes known as the keeper of the castle.
Interesting. A keeper of the castle.
Yeah.
So tell me, what does it mean to be a self-preservation 7?
So the self-preservation subtype of the type 7,
Okay.
it kind of adds like another layer of complexity to the 7.
Okay.
Because 7s are all about, going out and having new experiences and fun and excitement.
Yeah.
But the self-preservation 7 really combines that adventurous spirit with a deep-seated need for security.
Oh, okay.
So it's this really fascinating paradox.
So they're kind of looking for new experiences.
Yes.
But they also want to feel like they're safe and in control.
Yes.
Okay, that seems counterintuitive.
It does. And that's what makes it so interesting to really unpack it.
Yeah.
And so I think, that Keeper the Castle label really fits so well because it's almost like they prioritize building the security in their lives.
Almost like a fortress around them.
Yes, exactly. And that's where I think the tie-in with Han Solo is so perfect.
Because he is on the run.
Yes.
He's looking for thrills, but he also needs that sense of control and self-reliance.
Yeah. He's got his own rules, his own way of doing things. Yeah.
And I feel like that probably stems from his childhood.
Yeah.
On Corellia.
Absolutely.
Which was a very kind of like rough and tumble kind of place.
Tough environment.
Yeah, so he had to kind of create his own security.
Right.
And I guess that also explains why the Millennium Falcon is so important to him.
His metaphorical castle.
Yes.
Yes. I love that.
It's his refuge, his escape route.
It is.
It's a way of him kind of being in control.
Yeah, and dictating the terms of his life.
Yes.
Right.
Totally.
So the Falcon really embodies that self-preservation, Sev.
Okay.
Need to feel safe.
Right. And in control.
Yes, it's his fortress against the chaos of the galaxy.
Okay.
Both physically and emotionally.
Right.
So we see that keeper of the castle mentality in Han's actions, I think. And, he's a thrill seeker, but he's also really pragmatic about it.
Yeah. How does that tie in?
So I think this is where the idea of pragmatic hedonism comes into play.
I like that.
It's like they don't just chase any pleasure.
Okay.
They seek enjoyable experiences that also offer practical benefits.
So it's like having your cake and eating it too.
Exactly.
He's driven by pleasure.
Yes.
But it has to serve a purpose.
Exactly. Think about his smuggling activities.
Yeah.
He loves the excitement.
Of course.
But he always calculates the risks and rewards.
Yeah. He always comes out on top.
Right. Exactly.
And he's a good negotiator?
Oh, yeah. He's legendary for that.
He always seems to be able to, get a good deal.
He's a master negotiator.
Even in, the most precarious situations.
Absolutely.
He can just sniff out, a good opportunity.
Totally.
But, I mean, he's all about self-preservation, right?
Right.
So how does he let anyone in?
That's such a good question.
He's got his fortress.
Yeah.
How does anyone get through?
So this is where it gets really interesting. Because self-preservation 7s, they're not loners.
Okay.
They actually crave connection, but it has to be on their terms. So they form these kind of strategic alliances that help enhance their security and well-being.
So it's not about pushing people away.
No.
It's about
choosing.
Carefully choosing.
Exactly.
Okay.
So like Chewbacca, for example.
Right.
That relationship is built on
loyalty.
Yeah.
Trust.
Loyalty, trust. They have each other's backs.
Yeah.
And it's a vital part of Han's
part of his
support system.
Yeah, part of his castle.
Exactly.
What about Lando?
Ah, Lando.
That's a more complex relationship.
Complicated.
A little bit more contentious.
Yeah, but they have history. And they understand each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Even their rivalry comes from that shared past.
Yeah,
right?
good.
It's a strategic alliance.
It is.
Even though it might not always seem that way.
Right.
And then there's Leia.
Ah, Leia.
Talk about a complicated relationship.
Yeah.
She really challenges
She does.
Han's need for control.
Yes.
And independence.
Because she represents a level of emotional intimacy that Han instinctively avoids.
Okay.
Right.
So as a self-preservation 7,
yes,
he's kind of like avoiding that.
Self-preservation 7s tend to shy away from those deep emotional commitments because they fear that vulnerability and the potential loss.
Right.
And so for them, opening up emotionally can feel like a threat to their carefully constructed world.
But he does come around eventually.
He does.
He can't resist Leia forever.
Right.
And he ends up fighting for the rebellion.
He does.
Alongside her.
It's a testament to his capacity for growth.
Yeah.
And his willingness to step outside his comfort zone.
Right.
It's a classic example of a self-preservation 7 evolving.
Yeah.
And learning to embrace vulnerability.
Yeah.
And deeper connection.
So even a keeper of the castle can
Yes.
lower the drawbridge sometimes.
Exactly.
And let someone in.
It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a journey of self-discovery.
Yeah.
And confronting those deep-seated fears.
And Han's transformation is far from over.
That's right.
We'll talk about that
Yeah.
in our next part.
So we will.
But until then, thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you. So it's not just his romantic relationships where we see this transformation in Han. I think his involvement with the Rebel Alliance also speaks volumes about his self-preservation 7 journey. Remember, initially, he's only in it for the money. He's looking out for number 1. Just trying to make a profit.
Yeah, he's a smuggler.
Yeah.
But then something shifts.
It does.
He becomes more invested in the fight.
He does.
Against the Empire.
Yeah.
So what's happening there?
So as he spends more time with Luke and Leia and the others, he starts developing a sense of loyalty and purpose.
So it's like his definition of castle is expanding.
I love that.
It's no longer just about
his
personal gain, but about protecting something bigger.
Exactly. And I think this is a key aspect of the self-preservation 7's growth path. They discover that true security comes not from isolating themselves, but from finding their place in a community or a cause that's aligned with their values.
So it's about finding that balance.
Yes.
Between independence and passion.
Yeah.
But even when he's fighting for the rebellion, he's still got that like mischievous twinkle in his eye.
Yes.
That sense of humor.
Yes, absolutely.
Why is that?
Well, I think Han's humor is a classic 7 trait. It's a defense mechanism. It's a way to deflect emotional intensity and maintain a sense of lightness. You know?
So it's like he's participating, but he's not getting too close.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The classic Han Solo line.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yes. You know, after Leia says, I love you. I love that.
It's just a classic.
Such a classic Han Solo moment.
Yeah.
So good.
But yeah, it shows that he's not totally shut off to emotion.
Right.
But
he's not going to let you in.
Yeah, he's not going to get all mushy about it.
Yeah. But, you know, we haven't really talked about Han's tendency to avoid commitment.
And responsibility.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially at the beginning of the story.
Right, because remember, they are always seeking new experiences. New possibilities.
Right.
Anything that feels restrictive, they just run. Like it's a built-in escape hatch in their castle.
So they're afraid of missing out.
Yes, exactly.
If they commit too early.
Yeah.
Which is why he's so reluctant.
Yes.
To join the rebellion at first.
Absolutely.
It's not just the danger.
Yeah.
It's the commitment.
Yes, the responsibility.
Yeah.
He's afraid of losing his freedom.
Okay.
His ability to fly off on a whim.
But eventually he does commit.
He does. How does that happen? So I think it's a combination of factors.
Okay.
First, he genuinely falls in love with Leia.
Yeah.
She challenges him.
Yeah.
She intrigues him.
Yeah.
And she offers him a connection
that
he's never experienced before. She represents something worth fighting for.
Yeah.
Worth staying for.
Okay.
And then there's Luke.
Right.
The idealistic hero who inspires Han to believe in something bigger than himself.
So for a self-preservation 7, that sense of purpose can be a powerful antidote.
It is.
To that fear of commitment.
It's like their castle expands
Yeah.
to encompass something
Right.
bigger
Yeah.
than themselves.
So it's not about forcing
Right.
the self-preservation 7 to commit,
Yeah.
but about creating an environment
Yes.
where they feel safe enough
Exactly.
to do it on their own.
Exactly.
And that's what we see in Han.
We do.
Right.
Yes.
He goes from this cynical smuggler
right.
to a devoted partner
Yeah.
and a courageous hero.
He does.
And he shows us that growth is possible.
It is.
For anyone.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, it's really amazing to see how much depth there is to Han Solo when you look at him through this lens of the Enneagram.
Yeah.
I think we often underestimate people.
Right.
Especially those who present that tough exterior.
It's so true.
You know?
We tend to make those snap judgments based on, surface level observations.
Yeah.
But the Enneagram, I think, really helps us to go beyond that.
Right.
And understand those underlying motivations.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And it can be such a game changer.
Yeah, it really is.
In how you perceive the world.
It's like you're suddenly understanding this new language that gets to the core who we are and why we do the things we do.
I love that.
And I think even more importantly than that is understanding your own Enneagram type can help you make more conscious choices.
Absolutely.
In all areas of your life.
Yeah.
Relationships, work, personal growth.
Yes.
It's not about labeling people or putting people in boxes.
Yeah.
But it's about using this knowledge
to
become more self-aware and make more intentional choices.
It's about fostering compassion and empathy.
Absolutely.
So I think, thinking about Han Solo, even though he's a fictional character, his journey offers really valuable insights.
What are some of those takeaways?
So I think his transformation from that self-preserving smuggler to a courageous hero reminds us that we all have that capacity for growth and change.
That we're not fixed.
That we're not fixed. We're constantly evolving.
Yeah. And even keepers of the castle can find their true purpose in connecting with something bigger than themselves.
Exactly.
So to everyone listening, I encourage you to reflect on Han Solo's journey through this lens of the Self-Preservation 7.
Yeah.
Where do you see this pattern in your own life? What are your castles? And what steps can you take to maybe lower that drawbridge a little bit and let more connection and purpose into your life?
Don't be afraid to really explore those depths of your personality. You might be surprised at what you discover within yourself.
That's a great note to end on.
I think so.
So thank you so much for taking us on this deep dive.
Well, it's my pleasure.
Into Han Solo. And the Self-Preservation 7.
Of course.
I really appreciate your insights.
You're welcome.
And to all of our listeners out there, may the Force be with you.
Yes.